Do your wedding plans require some help? Whatever your situation, the search for the best wedding services can be difficult. Don't worry, it's simple with the right touch. Today we're catching up with a local wedding service expert who will help you find the right fit to suit your nuptial needs.
Hi, this is Howard Stuart from Manhattan Music with tip number 2 in our series of tips on how to hire a wedding band. Now this tip is about hiring a nightclub band. I see this one a lot. You know, it's great fun to go out to a nightclub and bar and dance to a great band. However, taking that same band and putting them in a wedding can be a recipe for disaster. You see, the musicians can be the best in town or even the best in the world, but talent is only part of the equation. When you're hiring someone to perform at your wedding, their main job is to get people on the dance floor and make them have a crazy good time. And this requires a wide repertoire across dozens of styles and decades to accommodate the broad spectrum of tastes and age ranges that you typically find at a wedding. Now, the club band repertoire generally is in a narrow range of styles and gets further targeted to whatever club they happen to be playing at. So the nightclub musicians and singers, while they may be exceptionally talented, usually don't have that skill set necessary to pack a dance floor and keep it packed, given the diverse crowd found at a wedding. Playing a wedding, hey, no problem. With these types of bands, there may also be issues of professionalism, including playing too loud for the room or too loud for the crowd, bringing too much equipment, not being suitably dressed, leaving gaps of silence between the songs that tend to lose the crowd, while they're waiting for the next song. At the club, the band may be accustomed to taking long breaks between sets, which, can cause long lulls in the action. This is when the guests start looking at their watch and, wondering when the band's coming back from a break, and worse yet, when they can leave. We talked about this in our first tip. Coordinating with the caterer is another acquired skill. The caterer wants the guests seated while the food is served hot, and we want them dancing when they're not eating. So the band leader must work around the food service and also know how to negotiate the timing with the caterer for the sake of creating a great party. That's the job that you're hiring the band to do. So, and this also comes with experience. In some cases, there may be large egos to deal with. They tend to perform songs to showcase their talent as opposed to playing what's going to work the best on the dance floor. It turns out to be a concert then, not a dance party, and you don't want a concert at your wedding. So also, club bands use set lists, and typically they play each song from their pre-written list in sequence, regardless of the response from the guests. That may be okay at the club, but it's the kiss of death at a wedding. Even the most experienced band leader has no way of knowing what's going to be effective, 2 hours into the party, or even 10 minutes for that matter. Experienced band leaders don't have, these predetermined set lists that they look at. They look at the crowd and feel the energy of the moment and then choose the best song based on the mood of the crowd. So that's the essential skill, the special sauce, the mojo, the make or break factor that's going to determine how great your wedding party is going to be. And finally, most people don't realize there's a risk that by the time your wedding date arrives, the band may find themselves at the mercy of an unforgiving club owner who's more interested in keeping his club, full, and will dangle that steady gig over the heads of the band if they take that Saturday night off to do your wedding. Don't think it can happen? You say you have a contract? Does it really matter when your wedding day is around the corner? What will you do? Be sure to check out our next tip on hiring a wedding band and find out more at manhattanmusic.com.
There you have it. Things are already looking brighter, aren't they? All it takes is the right professional. Are you interested in finding out more information? You can contact today's expert at the number on your screen. Thanks for stopping by.